Theoretically, a man should be the supporting type, the strong-willed, I suppose in a way, in this British sense, that stiff upper lip. I suppose men shouldn't traditionally be open about their, not opinions, their emotions, because that is potentially the woman's role. But that often causes the problems with men, especially in this time on the debates over masculinity at the minute.
It's kind of like not showing emotion, or not letting emotion get the better of you. I feel from an early age, any sign of emotion or any sign of your emotions getting the better of you, should I say, normally follows a quick saying: be a man about it.
If you'd have asked me like 2 months ago or so, I'd have probably said it was a lot to do with like strength, not only physical but also like an emotional kind of strength, as in not being rattled by anything or being able to take something on just personally, whether it's, I don't know, say if you just like lost your job or something, that you'd be able to deal with it and just move on almost straight away without having to just like sit around and mope, as I used to like think of it. 'Cause it's kind of like it's like how it's like until very recently, I suppose it's as I've grown up, it's like my dad was always just like, he lost a few jobs and was like anytime I'd argued with my mum or anything, I could like hear it and things. It was only like a small house. All of a sudden, about 15 minutes later, he'd be fine. He'd just be like, "You want a cup of tea?"
My dad plays part of it. He's never opened up to me. Probably seen him cry once when his nan died. But other than that, he was always, when I was training rugby when I was younger, I remember one time I cried because it was so cold. And he was like, "We don't do that. That's not something we do, that's showing weakness." Whereas, actually, my granddad, although he was a hard man and a strong-willed man, he was very open.
The thing that's changed most about how I should conduct myself as a man in the future is we should all communicate more and listen to each other and not just go through the mantra of, "Oh, how's it going, mate? I'm a chick shebang. What have you been achieving athletically? Like, what's your net worth?" This day-to-day general chit-chat that you have with people when you first meet people, how I'm going to carry myself in future is I know myself that when it comes my time to go, the measure of being a man will be how many people I have a kinship, a bond, a loving relationship with, and that's what's going to define me as a man.
I think almost in a way that is some benefits of hiding your emotions sometimes, or hiding how you truly feel about something. The thing is with hiding them away and not talking about them and things, it's in a way you make, if you hide them, then you don't have the stress of people worrying about you almost. Because I feel if everyone was completely open, myself included, if you're open with your friends and your girlfriend and such like that, wouldn't they just worry about you way more? And then you have the stress of constantly thinking, what do they think?
Ideally, you should show them. I've discovered this year, being more stressed than I have been before. I felt by talking to certain people about it, or even if you don't necessarily talk about the emotions as such, but you address the point that you are emotional. I think it does help. It does release a little bit, but I find it difficult. I don't think I'll ever be able to fully express emotions during troubling times. Would still prefer to sort of keep it locked up. I just find it easier that way, and I have my own ways of dealing with it at times. But there's sometimes you can't deal with it. So it is useful to talk, but I don't think I'll ever be able to properly talk about them.
There's certain things you feel comfortable talking about in front of other people. It normally comes with time spent with an individual, trust built, experiences. It's a lot to do with experience, I think. Obviously, the majority of the people that I feel are close to me are my group of friends, but over the 10 years of knowing them, it's all to do with the camaraderie that you build, the experiences you share, and how they define your role within a group. And for me personally, to open up to someone, I need to trust them. I'm not the type of person that can just open up to anybody.
I talk to my brother, but if I talk to my sister or my mum, then it would just cause unnecessary stress on them when they have their own things to deal with, own kids, grandkids, etc.
I haven't spoken to my brother about the death of my nana sober yet, at all. It's only ever come out when he was drunk at the wake. Since then, nothing really. Aside from any time either of us asked us how we're doing, fine. It's fine, that's it. Always fine. And it seemed like we like one talk's enough. Well, it's not enough really, but it's like once I've had one talk, that seems like, oh yeah, we've done that now. That's no need to talk about that anymore. He came to Manchester to tell me about when Yanni died, and since then it's literally exactly the same. Each time we've spoken on the phone, how are you doing? Fine. I ask him how he's doing, fine. Sometimes a little extra, but it's never emotionally, it's always to do with like planning funerals and whatnot, and this has been annoying me. That's it. It's never anything more. It's never a deep conversation. It hasn't been a deep conversation for either person who's passed. It's always fine.
Close enough, I think, but we don't always show it that way. I'd like to think that. I don't know how you feel. But I think we could always do more talking. I mean, last week we said we'd get together for an hour. Obviously, you appreciate that I was busy, but I said, some things are more important. We got together and we didn't talk about anything, but I felt I did need that hour away from here, away from school, away from work, and it did help. So I'd like to feel we are pretty close as friends.
Could you tell me anything?
I feel I can, yeah. I feel I can eventually, and I would eventually. It just might take me a while to build up to wanting to talk about it, but the person I would talk to first would be you.
Do you think I could tell you anything?
Not yet. I think you'd like to, but I don't think you were always ready to talk about things. But I don't think that's just to me. I think that's to most.